TikTok Shop or Amazon FBA? Which one should you start? Which one's better? Is TikTok Shop the brand new Amazon? What are the pros and cons on each different business model? In this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions for you. Now, you may be asking yourself, why should you listen to me on this matter? Well, let's go onto my computer so I can show you. We're inside my Amazon business report. All right, as you can see, I've done over $500,000 in sales so far with my Amazon business. I know a thing or two when it comes to both business models. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain to you what's the difference between these two, right? So you can really understand how everything works before you decide which one to start with. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that I have videos that show you in detail how each different business model works. To learn more step by step how to sell products on Amazon, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link right here for you that you can go ahead and it'll show you the whole process on how Amazon FBA works. Now, to learn the step-by-step process on how selling products in TikTok works, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that video right here. All right. Each of those videos are more than 30 minutes long, and they're going to show you the step-by-step process on how everything works, how to find products for each different business model, how to find suppliers, and how everything works. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about all the different pros and cons of each different business model so you can get a good idea on which one you can start with, right? Now, it's important to understand how each different business works. First, as a customer, let's say you're going to go and you want to purchase a product on Amazon, right? Now, the difference between selling products on Amazon and TikTok is that whenever you're selling products on Amazon, you're going to be ranking on search results on Amazon. So the customers that are going to be buying your product are already looking for your product, okay? That's the difference between that and TikTok. Because with TikTok, all you're doing is you're making videos of your product. Now, these videos are going to be shown to people that are most likely going to purchase it, and then you're interrupting their TikTok feed with your product, and then they'll see the product, and if they like it, they'll buy it, right? So the shopping process is a little different between the two. What's great about selling products on Amazon is that your product is going to be showing on page one on a search result. So that means that the customer is going to Amazon already looking to purchase that particular product, right? With TikTok, it's not like that. You are simply interrupting their TikTok feed with your product, and if they like it, then they're going to purchase it, right? How does a customer go to Amazon to find a product? They're going to go to Amazon.com. Now, let's say, for example, they want to buy themselves a travel pillow or a neck pillow, right? They search the keyword, and then what they're doing is all they're doing is simply searching. Most of the time, they're only staying on page one, right? They're seeing what's here on page one, and they are comparing prices. They're comparing value on each of these different listings, and then they're making a purchase. All right, so you as a seller on Amazon, number one, your product has to be showing up on page one in order for you to get sales. Why? Well, if your listing is on page two, you're most likely not going to sell that many units because 90% of the sales happen on page one. So if you want to get started with selling on Amazon, then you have to make sure that you're understanding how to rank your product on page one. You have to know which searches on Amazon you should be ranking on page one, right? So if I was to sell a neck pillow, I want to make sure that my product is showing up on page one for the keyword neck pillow. Obviously, I also want to show up on page one for the keyword travel pillow and so on, right? So you have to learn how to do what's called keyword research to make sure that you know all of the different search terms that are related to your product, so you can shop on page one for those, all right? So you have to be really good at a lot of things. You have to know how to do SEO, that's search engine optimization, so you know how to get organically ranked on page one, and so on. Not only that, right? Since the customer has the option to compare prices, right, then you have to make sure that you're finding these products at a really good price from suppliers because you're gonna have to compete on price, right? Now, that's the negative part about selling products on Amazon is that the customer has the option to compare prices. So you have to make sure that you're selling it at a competitive price. What's great about selling products in TikTok is that you're simply going to make a video of your product, or you're going to work with creators that make videos of your product and then these videos are gonna go viral. Now, when a customer sees the video of your TikTok video on their feed, and then they click on that link where they can purchase the product, your product is going to be the only option for them to purchase that product. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So here's a TikTok video that is talking about the product. So let's say I see that video and I really want to purchase this product. I'm going to go ahead, click on that link. As you can see, when I click on that link, it only shows me one product and it only shows me one price. The customer doesn't have the option to compare prices, which gives TikTok Shop an advantage over Amazon, because you as an Amazon seller, you have to make sure that you are selling a product at a competitive price. With TikTok Shop, you can actually sell your products at a higher price because you're going to be banking on people's impulse purchases. You may believe it or not, but people will actually see the video and they're actually going to be too lazy to go to Amazon and search it. They have the option to buy the product right there and then, right? So they'll simply see the TikTok video and they'll purchase right from it, even though they might actually get it for a cheaper price on Amazon. That's what's great about TikTok, that if you can make content that really influences people to purchase right there on the spot, you can make a lot of money. Now let's talk about the pros of selling products on Amazon. Okay, so the pros about selling products on Amazon is that once you have your product showing up on page one, then your product will stay on page one for as long as possible, as long as people buy it. So if you have a product on page one, organically ranked on page one, then that money is just gonna be coming in every day, because every day there's people searching for the product on Amazon. They're gonna see your listing and they're gonna purchase it. So its sales are just gonna keep on happening because Amazon always has more and more users. There's always more and more people shopping online, and Amazon is the biggest e-commerce platform out there. Now let's talk about the cons of selling products on Amazon. Is that you have to make sure that you have a product that brings value, because the customer has the option to compare prices, compare what it looks like, right? So you want to make sure as an Amazon seller that you bring value to Amazon, right? So if I was to sell a neck pillow on Amazon, I want to make sure that maybe I'm selling my neck pillow with something extra or a different color that's not already selling on Amazon. Because if you sell the exact same thing as somebody else and you only come in to Amazon with 0 reviews because you're going to be a brand new listing, then no one's going to purchase your product because your competitor is already selling that exact same product and they have more reviews than you, right? So that's a negative part about selling products on Amazon, is that you really have to work on a product and make sure that you have a competitive price, that you bring in more value, and so on, okay? Now, another negative part about selling products on Amazon is that you have to spend some money on marketing to get your product ranked on page one. With TikTok, they are literally showing these videos of your products for free, all right, to their massive audience inside TikTok. So whenever you create a video of your product and you post it on TikTok, TikTok is going to automatically push it for you at 0 spend, right? They're going to organically show it to their massive audience for free. That's what's amazing about TikTok, right? So you can literally start making thousands on TikTok with 0 ad spend, all from organic videos, okay? So positive thing about Amazon is that you are going to be selling products to people that are already looking for your product, okay? So that's really good. Another positive thing about selling products on Amazon is that you don't have to worry about making videos or working with creators or working with influencers. The traffic is already going to Amazon because people are already going to Amazon to look for products, okay? So you don't have to worry about finding creators or shooting videos so that you can constantly be bringing traffic to your TikTok shop listing. With Amazon, traffic is already going to Amazon, all right? Now, the negative parts about Amazon is that, number one, you have to bring more value, you have to compete on price, you have to make sure that your product is on page one, so you have to spend money on that, okay? With TikTok, you don't have to worry about anything like that. Okay, so that's the negative part about Amazon and the positive parts about Amazon. All right, now let's talk about TikTok Shop. Now with TikTok Shop, what you're gonna do is simply find viral products that are selling on TikTok. Now, if you don't know how to find products to sell on TikTok, I've actually created a video that shows you step by step how to do product research for TikTok Shop. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. Okay, so once you find a viral product that it's already selling on TikTok, or maybe you're passionate about selling products in TikTok, you can do that, right? That's also what's great about selling on TikTok Shop, is that it's evened out the playing field for everybody. What does that mean? If you wanted to sell maybe boxing gloves on Amazon, let's say, right? So if you wanted to say you're passionate about boxing and you want to launch your own brand of boxing gloves, right? So if I search boxing gloves, as you guys can see, the listings on Amazon already have thousands of reviews. So you, as a brand new seller on Amazon, you're not gonna be able to compete with these people. Why? Well, because if you list your boxing gloves on Amazon, right, and your boxing gloves are gonna come in, they're gonna start with 0 reviews. If you're trying to compete with people that have thousands, well, no one's going to buy your product. Why? Again, because the customer has the option to compare reviews, compare prices, and all of that, right? But if you launch your boxing gloves through TikTok, you make content around those boxing gloves, right? Maybe it's you boxing with them and you're talking about how great of boxing gloves they are because they have extra padding, blah, 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 right? You really sell your boxing gloves through these videos. All that needs to happen is for these videos to go viral and people can just purchase directly from them, right? So you, as a brand new seller, you can go viral within a couple days, right? Making these videos and people can just purchase from it, right? And you can build your brand of boxing gloves that way through organic content. And remember, you're not limited to only working with one creator, or you're not limited to only making videos of these boxing gloves by yourself. You can send samples of your boxing gloves to creators all over TikTok, and they're gonna be making videos of your products. Now, why would they wanna make videos of your product? Because they're going to earn commission by pushing sales to their videos, right? So what's gonna happen is you'll send your boxing gloves to the creators, right? They'll make a video of them using these boxing gloves, and then on these videos, they're gonna say, hey, buy these boxing gloves right here on the bottom of the video. So whenever someone purchases from their videos, they're going to earn a commission. Now, commissions are all negotiated before they start making videos, right? So typically what we're currently paying our creators is anywhere between 3% to 10% commission on our products. So this is what's so great about TikTok Shop, is that it's evened out the playing field. So if you are somebody that is passionate about fitness, you can sell fitness products. I wouldn't technically recommend that you sell fitness products on Amazon if you're coming in with a low budget, because you're going to be competing with major brands. And remember, the customer has the option to compare prices, compare reviews. Now, these brands like Clito Reyes, for example, or like, Everlast, have been around for a long time. They have huge marketing dollars. So it's hard to compete with them because, again, the customer has the option to compare prices, compare brands, and all of that when they search for a product on Amazon. On TikTok, all they're doing is, oh my God, those boxing gloves look really cool. And look, there's a video of a person reviewing them and they're saying they're amazing. Perfect, I'm convinced, I'm gonna go ahead, click on the link and purchase it, right? So that gives you an opportunity to capitalize, right? So again, to recap, Amazon, it's a great platform, but I wouldn't recommend getting into competitive products. TikTok, it's an amazing opportunity because you can sell products that major brands are selling. If you can make content around these products that go viral and it influences people to purchase, then you can make a freaking killing. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys is, why not just be on both platforms? What I would recommend for you is maybe start with TikTok if you are passionate about a product and you want to sell your own brand of, beauty or fitness. I recommend you start with TikTok. But what I recommend though is once you start generating sales from your TikTok shop accounts, or once you start building a brand off of TikTok, then I 100% recommend you for you to be on Amazon. Because what's going to happen sometimes is, and it's currently happening to us, is that people will see the video on TikTok that goes really viral. Let's say you get 1 million views on your product video. Some people are gonna go and search for your brand on Amazon and purchase the product from Amazon because they like the faster shipping, for example, right? So if you don't have your product on Amazon, then you're actually missing out on money. So I recommend that you can start with TikTok, right? Starting with TikTok, actually, you don't need that much startup capital with that business model. You can start with TikTok, build from there, and then obviously also sell that product on Amazon because you're gonna get an outflow of customers that way, right? So that's my advice. Now, I just wanted to make this video so you guys could understand is what is the difference between selling products on Amazon and selling products on TikTok and which one you should go with, right? Now, again, to recap, I have a video on how to find products to sell on Amazon as well. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link for that video right here. And I also have a video that shows you how to find products to sell on TikTok Shop. I'm gonna leave that video right here, all right? And I also have videos that show you the step-by-step process on each business model. I'm gonna go ahead and leave those two videos in the description of this video so you guys can check those out. Now, I do wanna say for anyone that needs some one-on-one help, we do have a mentoring program for each business model. I've been personally selling on Amazon for well over 7 years, and my partners and I have been doing TikTok now for well over 9 months. 10 months is how new TikTok is, and we're already done more than $500,000 with TikTok Shop. So to recap everything, right? So if you're thinking about, hey, which business model I should start with, well, I recommend, what do you want to do, right? If you are somebody that doesn't mind, number one, working with creators, having them make videos of your products, or maybe you don't mind shooting videos yourself, you don't mind being in front of the camera, then I would highly recommend for you to do TikTok Shop, because right now it's a great opportunity. There's not that much competition, right? It's a great way for you to get started with e-commerce, right? Selling products on TikTok is so simple, and you don't have to worry about competing on price. You don't have to worry about coming up with a product that's more valuable than what's already online, right? Because on Amazon, you have to do that. So the negative thing about TikTok is, yes, you have to work with creators. You have to reach out to people. If you don't want to make the videos yourself, somebody has to make videos, right? So you have to find creators. You have to send them samples, and they have to make videos of your products so then customers can see those videos in TikTok and purchase from those videos. So if you don't mind doing that, I highly recommend for you to do TikTok Shop. I'm actually hosting a webinar for that business model this week. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link on the description of this video. You can sign up for the webinar, and I'm gonna train you guys live on there this week. So make sure you click the link on the description of this video so you can register for that, okay? Now, if you don't want to deal with creators and you don't want to make any TikTok videos, then I highly recommend for you to do Amazon. Amazon is a business that you can literally, launch without having to make any content or anything like that, right? Because what you're going to do is simply list a product on page one, and the customers are going to come to you, okay? With TikTok, you have to go and find the customers by shooting videos, and the algorithm will show your video to customers, and you have to convince these people to purchase your product. With Amazon, you are listing a product on Amazon, you're getting ranked on page one, and the customers are coming to you. Now, the negative thing about Amazon is that I don't recommend that you sell something that's competitive, right? So what does competitive mean? If you're thinking about selling a product on Amazon, search for the product and see how much reviews your competition has, right? If they have a lot of reviews, typically if the average seller has more than 300 reviews, that's already too competitive. Because remember, the customer has the option to compare prices, compare value, and obviously compare reviews, and reviews matter a lot. So inside Amazon, you have to know how to do product research and SEO and all that stuff. So if you don't mind doing all that back-end stuff, then I highly recommend for you to do Amazon. It all depends on what you want to start with, right? But if you don't mind doing videos, I highly recommend that you look into TikTok Shop, because right now it's like getting into Amazon in the early days. There's not that much competition, and you can get products selling pretty quick. All right, guys, now that's it for this video. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to join our TikTok Shop webinar, where I'm going to be hosting one this week, all you need to do is simply click the link on the description. I'll be more than happy to help you. For everyone that's interested on Amazon, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link for a completely free training video that'll show you in detail how everything works with Amazon FBA, so you guys can learn everything about that. All right, guys. That's it for today, and I'll see you guys on the next.